Hello, my name is Luis Barrios, and today I'm going to present my prototype of the carousel slash storage for corals. So if you didn't see my time lapse in the last part of this video, so here is my prototype, and so I'm going to show you how it works or how it it's going to looks like. So the prototype is made of two pieces. So this is one piece, so I can take off this part. All this part can go upper to be dismounted. So this is the first piece called bottom part, and the second piece is called upper part. So in some moments we are going to pass to look very detailed things about the each part. So how it works? It is going to work with. It's going to be powered by two thrusters. So the first idea was use water absorption, but put a vacuum in in a submarine and have like the wiring or where the water is going to be absorbed is really difficult to do and more expensive. So we try to simulate the water absorption with thrusters. So one thruster is going to be um, pulling water this side, and this thruster this thruster is going to push the water this side. So the water is going to fall, is going to enter here, is going to pass here and make like a tornado. So it's going to simulate the water absorption. Okay. So when this happens, we are going to stop the movement with the motor that you are going to provide us. And I put the screw because I saw a screw in the motor, but I don't have the specs of this motor. So I simulate the motor with a screw, and I just put some specifications for myself to try to do the motor integration to stop the movement that the water do in the prototype. It's going to rotate like that. Obviously it's going to be faster and or slower, um, whatever you want it can do it. So to stop this movement, I put a motor in here inside. I'm going to so the motor is going to be in here and is attached to a like a I didn't know how. Never mind. I remember. It's going to be attached. The motor is going to be attached by a clamp that we are going to print because I personalize the clamp. So the clamp is going to get the motor in place, and we are going to attach the clamp to a base that I did inside of this cylinder. So it's going to be um, kind of as easy to take off the motor, and also this base is going to give more structure to all the cylinder. And I did some slotted holes here because I know that when we tied the clamp, we are going to move the position of the holes in the clamp. So just imagine we are tying the clamp. So this part is going to be here, and this part is going to be here. So these holes are going to move with the clamp. So that's why I put slotting holes right there. So the screws can move really easy to then attach it and don't have any problem. Next, I'm going to talk about the cylinder. The cylinder here is the base of all the prototype, because if we can see, as we can see here, wait, the upper part have have a has a space that allow. I put this space because I think in the friction, so I didn't want a lot of friction in the prototype. So as you can see here, our space, we don't have a lot of friction in the prototype. So that's why uh, I thought in the cylinder, and also I put the cylinder because after creating prototype, I could put the motor inside and don't have or don't take more space outside of the prototype. So, you can see here, but this is really close, not much, and it have 0.005 inches from this cylinder to the face of this propeller. Also, it has the same right here, so it doesn't touch the prototype. Has same at this part. Also, I put these circles right here to give a structure to the upper part, as you can see here. So the upper part can go from side to side. So the only way that the upper part can uh, pops up is from move the upper part up, but we can do that because I put a knot here, and also I did a base to put the knot because I didn't have we can't put uh, like a base really close to this because we are going to create some kind of friction. So the only part where the upper part touch the bottom part is in here in the cylinder, top base of the cylinder. So is right here the cylinder. As you can see, the lines is right here. So the upper part just touch this diameter, so it doesn't have a lot of friction because I leave a lot of space to move freely. Also, as you can see, I have a lot of fillets to um, take care take care of humans and corals because I didn't want to do like a lot of shapes, and that shapes has edges that are like a knife. So I don't want to cut a hand or a coral. So that's why I put edges, circular edges or fillets in all the parts, as you can see in here in the hexagons, uh, in all the parts that you can imagine. So that's why I put also I put here that we are going to pass through that side in a few moments. The prototype is going to be attached by three screws. These screws, obviously, we are going to drill the base to put the prototype. Um, these screws has 8 tabs to make the base like straight and don't have any coil goes in. So as you can see, if I take this off, are slotting holes to be able to move the prototype forward or backward. It has this range of movement. So also we can put 2 or 3 screws if you want, but I don't think that it needs too much attachment. So yeah, well, in this part also you can see these like grids that I made to protect the to allow the water pass, but don't allow any coral or anything to pass to the thruster. So the water is able to pass here, it's able to pass here, but a coral is going to avoid the big circle because it has the same diameter, and I put fillets to don't cut any coral or hand too. So that's our my special feature in here. And also, as you can see here is a hole. This hole I create this hole to pass the wiring or cables for the motor, so we can put the wiring in the back and pass the wiring here and right here. As you can see, is straight up to the motor or screw. So the hole is bigger to pass a really thick wiring. Now we are going to pass to the thrusters. These thrusters we are going to buy it in online. I think that they are from a company that create submarine stuff. So I take the CAD or the website, but I made these bases like PVC bases, but it's like a PVC tube, but is attached to the prototype. We are going to have 4 points of structure in here, so we are going to use the same screws as here, and yeah, I modify the part that they give us to attach the motor, and here is the part. As you can see, we have some squares here, so I put these squares to be able to attach the base of the thruster to the prototype, and then attach the motor as is the fabric design. So that's the modification that I made in this base, in this thruster base. Um, so we can see more detail here. So everything is really close, and I try spend less amount of space in all the prototypes, so I try to do it the smallest that I can. I know that I can a little bit more, but I think that it's really close in all those aspects. So as you can see here, here are the lines that the square follow, and then the hole to pass it the screw through the hole, and then through the base, the modified base. Um, as you can see, the grid is circular here too, so it's not is it allows me to put the thruster uh like deeper in here. So if I do this like straight, like a line, uh, I need to put the thruster a little bit more outside of this space that I already have. So that's why I did this grid like in circular, because it allows me to put the thruster deeper. Okay. Next, we are going to look the upper part. Okay, the upper part have 5 spaces to put coils, and I did this space to put like a door to close the prototype and know when we don't have more space. Um, Also, if I have this, if I leave this space like open, we can, we are probably going to lose a call in here. So that's why I put this door to close the prototype. So when the 5 spaces are filled and the prototype um, did the entire lap, we are going to know by this door that there are no more space. Okay, so also as you can see here, everything is with fillets, and as you can see here, I create this base to have like a space for allow me to put the screw of the motor longer, like to here, and don't pass more than this area. So I did this base, and I thought that I don't I didn't want to do like a big circle here, so I create the base like reducing the amount. Okay, we are here. So as you can see, we are inside the 15 inches that you give us as restriction. So I'm inside the parameters of length, from the side to side, and from front to back. So that's good, and we are going to also the length of the top height. So if we do this, then this, we can see that we are inside the 10 inches that you give us. So we are really close. Yes, we are really close, but we are inside the restrictions. So yeah, and I think that I didn't say how the motor is going to work with the prototype. So the motor, when the water is making, um, when the water is moving the upper part, the motor is going to give us the ability of stop the prototype. So when we went stop these propellers or the upper part, we are going to say to the motor that it stops or that turns um, counterclockwise, counterclockwise a little bit, and that is going to stop the movement that the water is creating. So that's how the motor, that is the utility of the motor in here. So that's it.